In this video, I show you how to forecast using moving average and exponential smoothing, as well as calculate a forecast accuracy, the mean absolute percent error, or MAPE. So the first thing let's do, let's forecast using moving average. And there is a parameter, and the parameter it has to be given. And I'm going to say for this example, the moving average, we're going to use the 3 most recent time periods. So how you do that is that if we're going to forecast the future, I just take the average of the 3 most recent time periods. I don't need to show the decimals. That's not important, so I'm going to hide them. You don't need to. I'm not going to take off, but there's no reason. And I'm going to copy this all the way up, but I can't copy it any higher than that because that's the 3 most recent. If I copy higher, then that would be only 2. So that's the answer. That's the forecast. Now let's do another one. This is a different one. So this is moving average. I could do moving average where n is equal to 5. Same thing. Average of the 5 most recent. Copy it up to there. That's as far as I can go. So this would be the forecast. This is the answer. These are just there to calculate forecast accuracy. I can now do, I'll show you how to do exponential smoothing. Exponential smoothing, and we've got to have an alpha. And let's use this as my alpha. So how you're going to forecast exponential smoothing is always bring over for the very first forecast, always bring over the actual. After that, use the formula. So it's the alpha times the previous actual plus 1 minus alpha times the previous forecast. And I'm going to, all my references to my alpha, I put $signs around it. Copy this down into the future. Again, I don't need to show all those decimals. Okay, and then if I change alpha, my numbers change, but there you go. So here's the forecast using moving average n equal to 3, moving average n equal to 5, exponential smoothing with alpha equal to whatever I put there. And that's the answer. So how do I tell which one is better? So I'm going to go down here, bring down my time periods, and now I'm going to calculate my, I'll go ahead and bring down my what really happened. I won't do that. So now I'm going to calculate my absolute percent error for these 3 methods. So for this one, I can start with time period 4. So it's going to be equal to absolute of this minus this, 2 parentheses, this minus this, divide by this, like that, and show it as a percent. Copy that down. I can't go into the future because I don't have what really happened. Now I can do the same thing for moving average n equal to 5. So I start with the very first forecast, which is time period 6, ABS. This minus what really happened, divide by what really happened, in parentheses for the absolute value, show it as a percent, copy that down. This one, I could do it for the first one. I think it's a little unfair. I'm going to start with the second one. This minus this, divide by this, show it as percent, copy it down. So now I've got 3, so now I can calculate the MAPE for all 3. And notice what I'm doing. I'm grabbing the average of some blank cells, which is fine. Excel just ignores that. And that lets me copy it across. And it looks like right now the best answer is, so let's show one more decimal place. It looks like the best answer is use exponential smoothing with alpha equal to 0.2 is better than any of the other ones. Okay, that's how you calculate using moving average, exponential smoothing, and how to calculate a MAPE.